Orkney has a big problem with an invasive species, the stoat, which arrived in Orkney around about 2010, really recent invader. They're set to have a devastating impact on our wildlife, which is internationally important. The project is all about removing those stoats, making sure they don't return and don't re-establish in Orkney to safeguard our wildlife. Good girl.
I'm Robbie Fraser and I farm at Lower Cottisgarth in Rendell in Orkney. We've always had a close relationship with nature and the wildlife in the area. Way back when I first started farming, my father was really interested in nature and I think that's been passed on to me. Very much part of the rhythm of our life. I mean, in the spring, all that sounds that you hear in the evening when you're out about working, that just tells you what's going on with nature. For me, it's all about the noise that's made, and I think if you lose that sounds, then you don't really know what season you're in at all. So I think it's just so important to have these birds making the noise, doing what they do.
My name is Sandra Miller. I'm one of the rangers here in the heart of Neolithic Orkney World Heritage Site. One of the great things about the Ring of Brodgar is it sits in one of the most amazing natural landscapes here in Orkney. A lot of our visitors, when they come to Orkney, they expect to come and see archaeology, but the added bonus that they get is they get the wildlife as well. So the two are absolutely linked here at Brodgar. You know, the soundtrack that we hear every day here at Brodgar is a very similar soundtrack to the soundtrack that the Neolithic people would have heard as well. And what's been absolutely amazing about the project here is it's enabled us to see a lot of our birds coming back to Brodgar. But for our benefit this year, our visitors were able to watch a mum curlew and her young chicks in among the stones, and they loved that.
I'm Megan Taylor, and I run my own business, Wild Orkney Walks. I love being outdoors, I love wildlife, I love walking, so it's great to be able to combine all of those and earn a living from it. I think that Orkney has such an amazing variety of wildlife for quite a small area. I think a lot of the species that breed here are having a tough enough time as it is, but with all the other environmental changes, you know, climate change and all the problems that us humans have caused to the planet, the last thing our wildlife needs here is an added threat like stoats, but they just don't belong here.
We're really delighted that some key funders have come in and enabled us to extend this project. So most notably the National Lottery Heritage Fund and the Nature Restoration Fund. If you've got a stoat population, females are pretty much always going to be pregnant. So if you leave one individual behind, that one individual quickly becomes 12 individuals in a breeding season, and then those animals quickly escalate. So you can't actually afford to leave a single animal behind.